And on this, we're now being joined by Harish Bijor, brand strategy specialist and founder of Harish Bijor Consults, live from Bengaluru. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
Right. Now, sir, in your view, how might the current boycott trend in Israel impact the global strategies of these Western brands, and what lessons could other multinational companies also draw from this situation that the world is facing at the moment?
Well, firstly, a boycott bites, and a boycott bites into businesses. A boycott bites into walk-ins. A McDonald's, an empty McDonald's is a sad sight, as is an empty Starbucks. Therefore, boycott is a way of cutting the money flow of an organization, and it's in the consumer hand. But let me go one step backwards and say that, I think brands have erred on this Israel-Hamas issue. I think brands have erred again and again when it comes to war. When you align your brand or when you align your ethos with one, you tend to align against another. And I think that's totally wrong, because brands are meant to be for everyone. Brands are meant to unite. Brands are not meant to divide. So if in Israel, a McDonald franchise says that, I have sent free food for the Israel army, that's divisive, because McDonald's in Japan is going to look at it to be divisive. So essentially, I say, when it comes to issues such as woke and wokeism, avoid it. And I keep telling brands globally, avoid war vulturism, avoid political vulturism, and avoid religious vulturism. These three things, terrains to avoid, because war, politics, and religion divides. Talk about stuff that unites, but not anything that divides. This war issue is a divisive issue.
Right, Mr. Bijor, now the boycott seems to be a form of consumer activism expressing dissatisfaction, like you mentioned. My question to you is that how effective do you think this kind of civic engagement is in influencing corporate behavior and potentially geopolitical narratives as well?
Oh, yes. Brands are about geopolitics. Consumers are about geopolitics. And brands and consumers have an umbilical relationship. And therefore, when it comes to a corporate organization, I think typically any kind of a shutting of the tap of money, which comes into it through walk-ins within its, establishments, is a terrible thing to happen. So I think brands are sitting up, and I think brands are sitting up. And whoever I speak to in the realm of brands, the last week has been a week of busy. When, people have been calling and saying, hey, what's happening? What do I do? My simple advice: don't divide, guys. Just be totally unitary. Don't talk politics. Don't talk war. Avoid war. Talk subjects which are much more inclusive.
Right, Mr. Bijor, I was about to ask you about the advice that you would like to give to the brands, but you incorporated that in your last answer. Thanks very much for joining us in WION and sharing your insights with us on this story.
My pleasure. See you.